garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
You was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Cause these are my people.
You gonna believe what happened over here, man? Got real warm out there, and they came in the house. Somebody had to do it, and cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
You was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, it is the Kentucky Dirt National Series, presented by Newton Cattle Farms. Round number 1, presented by ML Performance. Super late models here live, virtually from Rossburg, Ohio, Eldora Speedway. As we get set to wrap up the qualifying session, 34 drivers have signed into the pit area. The checkered flag has just been thrown down on the qualifying session. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for heat race number 1. But let's take a look at your qualifying results. It is Evan C., the man that goes quick time here tonight for Team Victory Lane Racing, with a 15.784. Blake Majulis for D1RT Racing, second quick. Randall Carter, third quick. Fourth is going to be Kendall Tucker. Those 4 drivers will earn pole positions in our 4 heat races here this evening. Ryan Underwood goes 5th quick. Tanner Tomasi, Matthew Logan, Felix Roy, Tommy Jordan, and Joey Neese going to round out your top 10. Heat number 1, the cars are making their way onto the grid, the pit road grid. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, starting on the pole position from Team Victory Lane Racing. It's going to be the 33 of Evan C., and he's outside in car number 46, a teammate to Evan C. Ryan Underwood will start position at number 2. Tommy Jordan going to line up the number 2 machine from position number 3. Ben Countermarsh in the Newton Cattle Farms entry. He'll start out of position at number 4. Ethan Bryant will start from your 5th starting position. Aaron Owen will line up out of position number 6. We go to row 4 on the inside, position number 7, driving the Drew Hopkins Racing number 116 entry. That is Chase Hardy. And Joe Wiggins drives the car number 9. He'll start out of position number 8. And your 9th and final starter in heat race number 1, driving the 17 entry. That is Mark Murray. 10 laps is going to be the distance, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll put the top 4 into the main event. Everybody else will get seeded into 2 B mains, and I believe we'll take the top 4 from those ones as well to give us a 24 car field. Round number 1 of the Kentucky Dirt National Series, presented by Newton Cattle Farms, and of course round 1 presented by ML Performance. A big thank you to, of course, Matthew Logan and ML Performance with their support with the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. And of course the National Series, 6 weeks. You'll have Zach Newton over the next 5 weeks as well. Green flag is out. Evan C. will lead us off down into turn number 1 and 2. He'll go to the top side. Ryan Underwood stays low. Tommy Jordan driving the number 7 machine. He'll move to position number 3. Countermarsh in the 4th and final transfer position. Ethan Bryant on the outside looking in. Chase Hardy and Aaron Owen now. They'll go side by side. Hardy in the orange machine down on the inside in the 116 entry. Oh, now he'll get tagged from behind there by the 17 of Murray. Meanwhile, your race leader will complete lap number 2 of 10. 8 circuits remaining. Now here comes a battle. Ethan Bryant in the 76 machine to the inside on Ben Countermarsh in the Newton Cattle Farms number 12 machine. Now Aaron Owen driving the 43, going to make it a 3-car battle down into turn number 3 and 4. This is for the final transfer position. It's all on the line, a starting spot in tonight's main event, or whether you'll have to run one of the B mains. Oh, look at Aaron Owen. Here's the big side, or right side romance, straight into Ethan Bryant. And now Ben Countermarsh, he's got his work cut out for him. Meanwhile, race leader Evan C. will take another lap off, and here comes Ryan Underwood driving the 46 machine. He'll get to the cushion in turns number 1 and 2, drive it, well, somewhat try to drive it down the racetrack and get off the concrete wall down the back straightaway. But Evan C. looks very, very comfortable. He'll see the cross flag, sticks her out. 5 down and 5 to run. Meanwhile, Aaron Owen now moves into position number 4. Ben Countermarsh slips back to position number 5 and will start on pole of one of the B mains later on this evening. But Countermarsh back to the inside on Owen. Good drag race off for turn number 4 and give the advantage to Aaron Owen up on the outside of the racetrack. Owen again through the middle. He got a little tight. That allowed Countermarsh in the 12 machine to sneak up on the inside, and Countermarsh will take away 4th position down into turn number 3. Out of 4, who's going to claim the 4th spot on the racetrack? It's Countermarsh. Contact as they go into turn number 1 and 2. So good battle between Countermarsh and Owen. Meanwhile, Mark Murray He's battling in the 17 along with Ethan Bright. Joe Wiggins back there in 8th, and unfortunately you see Chase Hardy in the orange 116 machine. He's back on pit road, and I'll tell you who's looking to go to pit road after our next lap is Evan C. He's looking to go back to pit road, get his car set up for the feature event. White flag is out, 1 to run. Down the back straight away for your final time into 3 and out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Heat race number 1 for the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League, your 2021 Spring National Newton Cattle Farms ML Performance round number 1. It's going to go to Evan C. Second at the line is going to be Ryan Underwood, Tommy Jordan home in 3rd, and Ben Countermarsh home in position number 4. There it is, your top 4 confirming their entry into the main event tonight. C, Underwood, Jordan, and Countermarsh. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th will all find themselves in one of 2 B mains. Those drivers, Aaron Owen, Mark Murray, Ethan Bryant, Joe Wiggins, and Chase Hardy. Heat race number 2 getting set to take to the racetrack here in just a few moments' time. Let's take a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. On the pole position, driving for D1RT and the 127 Industries, that is the Mr. Moneybags himself, for Blake Majulis. To his outside, driving the 09 machine, that'll be Tanner Tomasi, lines up out of position number 2. Joey Neese, car number 24, will start out of position number 3. Out of position number 4, driving car number 71 for D1RT Racing, that is Cole Cabry. Position number 5, driving car number 63, that'll be Brad Lawson. And on his outside for D1RT Racing, it's the 44 of John Ruggiero Jr. Position number 7 will be the 29 of James Clarkson. And to his outside, out of position number 8, driving car number 99, that is Colton Malone. And starting out of position number 9, driving for JDR Esports in car number 68, that is Bo Krebs. So 9 cars have made their way to the racetrack behind your iRacing.com pace truck. And again, this is week number 1, a 6-week series, and they're all vying to take home some cash. And whenever there's cash on the line, you know that the 127 Industries of Blake Majulis is going to be in the house. But we've got a lot of good competitors here this season, and especially for the ML Performance round number 1. Green flag is out, we're underway, and Majulis going to look to set his sights on a clean set of heels. Meanwhile, 2x2 for positions 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Lawson on the inside. Now nearly going to make it 4 wide. Ruggiero right through the middle, up on the inside now of Joey Neese. Neese in the 5 machine. He'll work the cushion. Cabry, he has fell outside the top 5 and fell outside of a transfer position. Meanwhile, Ruggiero already in a lap, make that 2 laps complete. He has advanced up 3 positions. So the 44, we seen it on Sunday night with World of Thunder. He was a man on a mission at Bristol. 3 wide, Cabry on the inside. Clarkson and Neese, old drag race down into turn number 3. Look out, Brad Lawson, you've got a hornet's nest behind you. Neese, the right rear quarter panel tag the wall. Now will he look to the inside? Nope. He'll look to get to the cushion. 3 wide once again down into turn number 1 and 2. Look out, Neese into the wall. Clarkson in that 29 machine, now looking for the final transfer position on Brad Lawson, but Lawson driving the 63 machine. I'll tell you what, Cole Cabry, he'd be very disappointed with this run at the moment, considering that he started position 4. He basically swapped spots there with John Ruggiero. Cabry's fallen back 3 spots, and Ruggiero, well, he's advanced 3 spots. So what can Cole Cabry do in the D1RT Racing number 71 machine? Brad Lawson still holds on to the final transfer position. We're halfway home. Now we'll have 4 laps remaining. Clarkson to the inside, Neese on the outside. In the 5 machine, the 63 of Brad Lawson. What a 4-car battle. Only one of these 4 drivers will transfer directly into the feature event, as long as Majulis, Tomasi, and Ruggiero hold their nerve out in front. Brad Lawson, he is holding off 3, now nearly going to make it 5 cars. We're 3 wide down into the first set of turns. 3 laps left to run. Cabry coming through the middle now to the outside on Clarkson in the 29. Clarkson down low, Cabry up top now. He'll drift it down to the bottom of the racetrack. Drive it down, in fact 3 wide. Nice into the wall once again, and here comes Cabry in the 71 machine. 2 for the price of 1 in half a lap. And now Cabry still got his work cut out for him, because here comes Klaassen down into turn number 3 and 4 on the inside. This is your battle for positions 5 and 6. Meanwhile, out of turn number 2 and down the back straight away for your final time into turns 3 and 4. Heat race number 2, the 127 Industries entry for D1RT Racing. Blake Majulis gets the win. Tanner Tomasi home in second. Third is going to be John Ruggiero Jr. And Brad Lawson, ladies and gentlemen, going to take home your 4th and a final transfer position in heat race number 2. Here's your finishing results for ML Performance. Round number 1, Blake Majulis, Tanner Tomasi, John Ruggiero Jr. and Brad Lawson, your top 4. Cole Cabry home in 5th. He'll go to a B main. James Klaassen, Joey Neese, Colton Malone and Bo Krebs, your 9 starters in heat number 2. We'll go to the back half of heat racing action. Heat race number 3. Randall Carter driving for Team Victory Lane Racing in car number 37. We'll start from your pole position. Driving the D1RT Racing ML Performance, car number 41, Matthew Logan will start to his outside out of position number 2. And continue on with absolute superstars on here on the iRacing.com service, driving for Team ABR Esports, driving the number 2 machine. He's a 3-time World of Outlaws Sprint Car champion on the iRacing platform. It is Alex Bergeron, and to his outside, the talent continues to fill on, driving for Drew Hopkins Racing, driving car number 23 in the Newton Cattle Farms entry. That is Ethan Toda, position number 4. Position number 5, driving car number 11, that'll be James Gilpin. And he's outside, driving car number 9, should be 97, that is Ryder Cantillo, out of position number 6. Now, Kenneth, apologies if I get this one wrong. Kenneth Boucheri in the 314 will start out of position at number 7. And PJ Popham in car number 30 will start out of position number 8. Looking forward to this one again. Some big names in this one. You've just got to look at your first 2 rows. Carter, Logan, Bergeron, and Toda. Cantillo in the 97 as well. We'll see what he can do from the outside of row 3 as we go green flag action. And Bergeron immediately down to the inside. Carter into the wall. Logan right through the middle, but Alex Bergeron going to take the race lead down the back straight away. Here comes Matt Logan on the inside. Bergeron with a big slider line down into turn number 3 and 4. Carter to the outside. There's a shade of 3 wide off turn number 4. Here comes Gilpin in the 11 machine, getting by 3 wide, the 23 of Ethan Toda. He'll slip out of a transfer position, and Gilpin now looking for position number 2. He's got that dig set up working down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Drifts up to the middle. Here comes Carter to the outside. Toda to the inside. Gilpin holds on to position number 3. And how about Randall Carter? Your pole sitter. He is now on the verge of not making the show, but he gets himself a bit of insurance positions as he drives around the outside of the 11 of James Gilpin. And now here comes Toda, trying to do the opposite of what Carter did, but he's now doing it on the bottom side of the racetrack. Gilpin driving the 11 into turn number 1 and 2. We're so used to seeing Eldora be right up on the cushion, like you see the 97 of Ryder Cantillo. Look out, contact between Toda and Gilpin. Gilpin goes up to the cushion in turn number 3 and 4. Toda stays low. Toda going to have position number 4 at the start-finish line. Now Gilpin shuts it back down to the inside, shoves it straight up on the inside. And not sure whether there's been a contact there. It looked like there was. And that forced Toda to get a little tight. And speaking of Toda, he's into the concrete wall now, looking to hold on to position 5, because here comes Ryder Cantillo in the 97 machine. But again, we're so used to seeing Eldora be one lane up on the top side. Right now we are seeing drivers work the bottom, work the middle. Slide job by Toda on Gilpin. Gilpin back to the inside. And a great race once again for the 4th and final transfer position, 3 wide. Oh, look out, here we go. Gilpin, Toda and Cantillo, 3 wide down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Slide job, oh, bit of contact there between Toda and Gilpin. And now here comes Cantillo with 2 to run. Cantillo to the bottom side. Toto drifts up to the cushion on the exit of turn number 2 and now looking for a run. They'll make contact down into 3 and 4. Robbins racing, as they say in NASCAR. 1 figures out, 1 to run. Who will take away the 4th and final transfer position? Meanwhile, Alex Bergeron will lead down the back straightaway for the final time down into turn number 3. And out of turn number 4, here he comes, the Team ABR Esports number 12 entry of Alex Bergeron gets the win. Second, I got Logan Carter. That's Randall Carter in third, and Ethan Toda gonna hold on to your 4th and final transfer position. Ho ho! What a race! How about the 3 heat races we've seen so far? Official results up on your screen. Alex Bergeron, Matthew Logan, Randall Carter, and Ethan Toda, your top 4 going through to the main event. Everybody else, once again, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to one of 2 B mains. James Gilpin, Ryder Cantillo, Kenneth Busheri, and PJ Popham, your 8 cars in heat number 3. We'll have another 8 cars in heat race number 4. And on the pole, driving the Swindell Speed Lab 00 machine, that is Kendall Tucker to the inside of row number 1. To the outside, at a position at number 2 from Canada, driving car number 22, that is Felix Roy. Gage Martinez in the 69 will start position number 3, and Dylan Hauser driving car number 2 will start position number 4. Dixon Slinger driving the Full Throttle Performance 51 machine will start position number 5, and Jesse Enterkin in the Hunt the Front number 1 machine will start position at number 6. Out of position at number 7, driving for Drew Hopkins Racing, it's the number 10 machine of Derek Keltner, and he's outside. It's not the Beast, but he drives the F5. That is Chris Fisher. 8 cars, and I believe we have had all but 1 car so far take to the racetrack for heat racing action. So we'll see what happens in heat race number 4. Your 4th and final heat race, of course, after this one. We'll go into our first of 2 B mains on the program. We'll get confirmation that we will take 4 from that one. Keep an eye on Jesse Enterkin in the 1 machine on the outside of row number 3 in the Hunt the Front entry. He'll be one to watch. Set for a start, Kendall Tucker going to jump on the loud pedal, and we go green in the Swindell Speed Lab 00 machine. Off into 1 and 2 for the first of 10 circuits. Heat race number 4. Here comes Roy in the 91, but look at Martinez up on the inside now. Martinez looking for the slide job down into turn number 3 and 4. No, going to stay mid-track and give the room to Kendall Tucker on the outside of the racetrack. Martinez and Tucker side by side. Felix Roy holding off Dylan Hauser for positions number 3 and 4. Roy got a little tight. Now Hauser slips on by in the number 2 machine. But what a battle up front right now. We've normally seen the battle for the transfer positions in the first 3 heat races. Now we're seeing a battle for the race lead. Tucker and Martinez down the back straightaway. Advantage to Kendall Tucker. 3 laps in, 7 to run. Heat race number 4. The Kentucky Dirt iRacing League, round number 1, presented by ML Performance. And again, a big thank you to, of course, the Newton Cattle Farms team as well for sponsoring the entire series. Felix Roy driving the 22 machine back there in position number 4. Look out, he'll drive it deep down into turn number 1 and 2 and nearly caught the inside concrete wall. That'll give Dixon Slinger and Jesse Endigan a chance to make it up into a transfer position, but Felix Roy has that spot at the moment. There's good battles going on. 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can nearly throw 4th in there as well. Slinger in the 50 machine. Enterkin in the 1 machine on the top side. Here comes Fisher in the F5 machine. Down low, down into turn 3 and 4. 6 down and 4 to run. Fisher had to start at the very back of this field, position number 8 now. He's on the verge of getting a front row in one of the B mains if he can just get to position number 5. But Slinger and Enterkin, they both hold Chris Fisher at bay. So Fisher going to go back to position number 7. Meanwhile, here comes Gage Martinez and Dylan Hauser. They're trading sliders down into turn number 3 and 4. Look out, Hauser makes contact. Right rear quarter panel to the left front. Martinez Looking to bang his way into a starting spot. He looks to start position either 8 or 12, depending on where he can finish in this one, as we've got 1 lap left to run for Kendall Tucker. Into turn number 1 and 2. Tucker experimenting on the bottom side of the racetrack. Just got 2 final left-hand turns down into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. Kendall Tucker going to win heat race number 4. Martinez will hold on to position number 2. Dylan Hauser gets 3rd. Dixon Slinger will grab 4th. And those 4 drivers booking their ticket and punching their way to the big dance later on. Let's take a look at your finishing results. Heat race number 4. There it is. Tucker, Martinez, Hauser and Slinger, your top 4. Enterkin 5th. Fisher, Roy and Keltner, the drivers that will move on to the preliminary mains. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's B main number 1. And it's going to be 12 laps the distance. And the top 3, ladies and gentlemen, will move on to your main event. Starting on the pole in car number 43 from position number 1, it's Aaron Owen and James Gilpin. In the 11 machine will start out of position number 2. Mark Murray drives car number 17. He'll start position number 3. And Ryder Cantillo in the 97. He'll start position number 4. Ethan Bright lines up out of position number 5. And Kenneth Bicheri lines up out of position number 6. Joe Wiggins will start position number 7. PJ Popham in car number 30 lines up out of position number 8. And Chase Hardy driving for Drew Hopkins Racing in car number 116 will start out of position number 9. So B main number 1. This will line up the inside row. And again, B main number 2 will line up the outside row. We'll have 22 starters in the main event. Again, a big thank you to, of course, Newton Cattle Farms, the 2021 Spring Nationals, presented by Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. And big thank you to, of course, ML Performance with the sponsorship for round number 1 of 6. I'll take a break next week and come back the following week in 2 weeks' time for round number 2. Owen and Gilpin, here we go. Look out, Murray in the 17 machine trying to time the initial start, tried to get a jump on the rest of the field, but he had to start position number 3, not position number 1. Meanwhile, nearly 4 wide down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. And Cantillo, he's got that thing buzzing on the top side of the racetrack. 4 wide now. Oh, look out. Here comes Cantillo. He'll duck it down to the inside. Look out, the 76 there of Ethan Bryant. He was there. How about Chase Hardy? Up to position number 5. He needs to get to your top 3, and right now he's just 3 positions away, and those 3 cars happen to be in front of him right now. Nearly 3 wide Cantillo. He's going to give that spot up to Chase Hardy. So Hardy into position number 4. Meanwhile, Bryant and Murray side by side. Murray on the outside in the 17. Here comes Hardy. 3 wide down into 1 and 2. Look out, Cantillo. He had to turn hard right to stop from getting into the back of the 76 machine of Ethan Bryant. And Bryant now on the outside looking in as here comes Mark Murray working the cushion through turn number 3 and 4. 4 down and 8 to run. B main number 1. Only your top 3 going through. Gilpin in the 17. No, it's not Gilpin. Sorry, that's Mark Murray. Ryder Cantillo. Ethan Bryant. And how about Bicheri? He's in the 17 machine. We'll take another lap off the board here at Eldora. Cantillo slips into position number 4. Bicheri gets shuffled back to position number 5. It's the battle of the 17s down into turn number 1 and 2. Ethan Bryant, the man that holds the final spot from B main number 1 to your A main. They're going to say Chase Hardy. He has looked superb here in B main number 1. 3/4 of the way up the racetrack, now looks to cut it back down to the inside, but look out. He's got the 76 of Ethan Bryant on his inside, and now Brian, he's got Cantillo on the outside. 2 by 2 for your first 4 positions. Aaron Owen, can he hold on for a win in B main number 1, or Chase Hardy? Will he spoil the party? Or will run a Cantillo, because Cantillo has made his way to position number 3 and now ducks down from the top to the bottom in turn number 1 and 2. Cantillo and Owen side by side. Owen will tag the concrete wall down into turn number 3, but now look out, here comes Ryder Cantillo, Chase Hardy, side by side with 2 to run. Slide job by Cantillo on Hardy, and Hardy works it back to the inside down into turn 3. Slide job coming from Hardy, but no, he backed out of it. He left a bit of lane. He left the lane up on the top side of the racetrack for Cantillo. We've got 1 to run in your first B main, and Ryder Cantillo. Well, you made it look a little too easy in the end, but he certainly had that thing working on the cushion. Your top 3 going through: Ryder Cantillo, Chase Hardy, and Aaron Owen. All going to the main event. Everybody else, unfortunately, well, they will have to get set for a couple of weeks' time. So we'll see a very different racetrack for the main event, and I'll explain that after tonight's second B main. This is B main number 1 results on your screen. Ryder Cantillo, Chase Hardy, and Aaron Owen, your top 3. That will move on to your A main for round number 1, presented by ML Performance. For the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League and the Kentucky Dirt National Series, presented by Newton Cattle Farms. B main number 2, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And we've got 9 cars getting set to take to the racetrack. Cole Cabry for D1RT Racing in car 71 will start out of position number 1. Jesse Enterkin in the Hunt the Front number 1 machine will start position number 2. James Clarkson in the 29 will start position number 3. Chris Fisher in the F5 will start position number 4. Joey Neese lines up out of position 5. Position number 6 is going to be Felix Roy. Colton Malone will start out of your 7th starting grid, and Derek Keltner for Drew Hopkins Racing will start position number 8. And the JDR Esports number 68 machine of Bo Krebs lines up out of position number 9. And those, ladies and gentlemen, are your cars and stars for B main number 2. So we'll go through the change of plans after your results. After B main number 2. Here we go, Cole Cabry, Jesse Enderton, we are green. 12 laps will be the distance once again. Cabry, he caught the concrete wall. That'll give Enderton a chance to work to the cushion down into 3, but Cabry runs the slide line. Cabry's done more than enough laps here, and we are yellow already. Our first yellow of the evening. And I believe it's going to be Colton Malone in car number 99. We'll take a look. The Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. To keep an eye on the 0 car down on the inside of the racetrack. Gets into the back of... Nope, doesn't get into the back of one of the 5s. He'll drift up. And he'll go around, and our first caution of the evening. And let's hope that Colton is able to get back onto the racetrack, or whether he's decided to park it in pit road, and he has. So unfortunately, Colton alone, and he will take no further part in the ML Performance round number 1. So again, feel free to let us know where you're watching from, or who you're going to be cheering on in the main event. Looking forward to the main event. So in fact, while we've got the yellow flag, you see the track is very slick. We've been told from race control that things are going to change. Normally they would have 0 or about 30 seconds of warm-up, and then of course we'll roll in to the first main event of the season. But with the track being the way it is, and with race control and how many years they've been doing it for, they've obviously decided that they're going to reset the track and give these drivers 5 minutes to run the track in and give us an opportunity to, of course, have multiple grooves by the time our feature race comes out. So, B main number 1 is complete. This is your second B main. It's going to be once again Cole Cambry for D1RT Racing. It'll lead us off down into turn number 1 and 2. Enterkin runs in second, but he'll eat every part of the concrete wall. He'll slip out of a transfer position now. He's on the outside looking at a top 5, outside of a top 5 right now. So Jesse Enterkin restarted on the outside of the front row. Thankfully for him, caution laps not going to be counted, so we're only 2 laps in with 10 to run. Here he comes to the outside on Joey Neese now. Neese to the bottom, Enterkin side by side. That's for positions 5 and 6. Meanwhile, Felix Roy in the number 91 machine to the outside. How about Chris Fisher as well? Geez, I'll tell you what, Fisher, he's passed a whole bunch of cars so far in his heat race and now passing a few more in B main number 2. Fisher tried the slide job on Cambry, but Cambry, he wanted no part of that one. Meanwhile, Felix Roy into the into that third and final transfer position. Meanwhile, Keltner in the 0 machine battling with James Clarkson in the 29 machine, but Felix Roy again looking for an A main starting position. We'll start position number 22. Fisher into the wall. Roy closing in, but now Roy's got some company with Jesse Enterkin. Slide job coming. No, Enterkin pulls out of it and gives Felix Roy the respect and the room on the top side of the racetrack to power back around the outside of the number 1 machine. Roy coming after Fisher. Now it's Felix Roy's turn to throw a slide job. Slide job down into 3 and 4. Oh, tapping the brakes was Chris Fisher, and he dives it back to the inside now. This is an opportunity for Enterkin, but Enterkin got into the concrete wall, and Fisher, now he's got some breathing room. 2 car lengths back to Enterkin. Enterkin running the top, everybody staying upstairs right now, or at least the drivers inside the top 5, but it's only your top 3 that are going to transfer. James Clarkson in the 29 machine, he's running the slide line. The positions 2, 3 and 4 on screen, but only your top 3 as Cambry runs the cut down line out of turn number 4. We are working on lap number 10 with 3 remaining. Cambry, Roy and Fisher, your top 3. Fisher in that F5 machine. He's looking to rejuvenate himself, get a bit of a refresh in that 5 as we've got 2 laps left to run and time running out for Jesse Enterkin in the 1 machine. And you know he's going to be absolutely disappointed with this run if he's not able to get into a top 3 and transfer to the main event. Speaking of transferring to the main event, we've only got 1 lap left to run for Cambry. The slide line comes out. Fisher and Roy having a good battle for positions number 2 and 3, but it's not going to matter, ladies and gentlemen. Into 3, out to 4, checkered flag is out. Your final preliminary main of the night in the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League for the Dirt Nationals, the Dirt National Series. Round number 1, ML Performance B main is complete. We'll take a look at your results coming up on your screen right now. Cole Cambry, Felix Roy, Chris Fisher, your top 3. Jesse Enterkin, James Clarkson, your top 5. Derek Keltner, Joey Neese, Bo Krebs, and Colton Malone. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All going to transfer to the trailer. Well, they'll have to watch the rest of your main event from the virtual grandstands or from the comfort of your own home. We've got a track reset right now, so we've got 24 cars getting set to take to the racetrack. And again, they'll have 5 minutes of practice. So what we'll do, we'll take this opportunity right now, ladies and gentlemen. Step aside here on UltimateDirtTV. You're watching the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. It is the 2021 Spring Nationals presented by Newton Cattle Farms. Round number 1 brought to you by ML Performance. On the other side of this, your main events. All right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. It's the Kentucky Dirt National Series, round number 1 of 6. Of course, the series presented by Newton Cattle Farms. Brett Wheeler with you for the call. You'll have Zach Newton for the next 5 weeks of racing action. And again, round of 1 brought to you by ML Performance. A big thank you and a big shout out to, of course, Matthew Logan. As we've had our 5 minutes of warm-up, and now it is time to go racing in your 50-lap main event. 22 starters. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Row number 11, it's going to be Chris Fisher to the outside at a position number 22. To the inside, 21st starting spot is going to be Aaron Owen. Your 10th row on the outside, position number 20, that's Felix Roy. To the inside for Drew Hopkins Racing, it's Chase Hardy, position number 19. Your 9th row on the outside for D1RT Racing, it's Cole Cabry in the 71, position number 18, and the 97 of Ryder Cantillo at a position number 17. We move to the 8th row for Full Throttle Performance, driving car number 50, that's Dixon Slinger, position number 16. To the inside, at a position number 15, the 23 for Drew Hopkins Racing entry, that is Ethan Toda. Your 7th row on the outside, driving car number 63, that'll be Brad Lawson, position number 14. Position number 13 for Newton Cattle Farms Racing, it's the 12 of Ben Countermarsh. We'll move to your top 6 rows. Dylan Hauser lines up at a position number 12 with Randall Carter, the 37 for Team Victory Lane Racing, lining up out of position number 11. Your top 10 look like this for D1RT Racing. The 44 entry of John Ruggiero Jr. lines up at a position number 10, and Tommy Jordan in car number 7 from Texas will line up out of position number 9. The old Weaver Valley Speedway, number 69 entry of Gage Martinez starts position number 8. And Matthew Logan, the ML Performance D1RT number 41, will start position number 7. Tanner Tomasi, the 09, will start position number 6. Out of position 5 for Team Victory Lane Racing, it's the 46 of Ryan Underwood. On the outside of row number 2, these are, from now on, your top 4 will look like this. These were heat race winners earlier tonight. Driving the Swindell Speed Lab 00 machine, Kendall Tucker will start position number 4. To his inside, driving for Team ABR Esports in car number 12. Out of position number 3, it's Alex Bergeron. And your front row for tonight's main event on the outside, out of position number 2 for D1RT Racing in the 127 Industries. 127, it's Blake Majulis. And on your pole position, driving for Team Victory Lane Racing, driving car number 33, it is Evan C. 50 laps, ML Performance, round number 1 of the Kentucky Dirt National Series. We are green off in the turn number 1 and 2. We already went 3-1 in the opening turn. It's going to be Evan C. Now look at Bergeron. There's a couple of iRacing World Champions. Both have been very successful in the late models. Blake Majulis, of course, as we go yellow. Majulis picked up the first ever iRacing Late Model World Championship. Bergeron has won the last 3 consecutive in the Sprint Car World Championships. Let's try and get to look at what happened here at the back. Maybe I'm thinking maybe Felix Roy, Ryder Cantillo as well. So we'll keep an eye on the 97 machine and see what happens here down into 3. Oh, Randall Carter that all started with. So man, this car's taking flight here. Look out. So Carter, just contact there with the 7 of Jordan. And look out, because there goes Cantillo Slinger as well. Look at Cantillo. He just went absolutely flying. Cabry got some problems as well with Dixon Slinger. The motor's gone on that one. Geez, tough break for a couple of those drivers there on the opening laps of tonight's main event. So we'll go yellow for the first time, 50 laps. I don't believe caution laps are going to count either, so we'll, in a couple of laps time, we'll wait for the timing and scoring screen on the standings on the left-hand side. We'll wait for those to update for you, and once they've updated, we'll go back to green as we are underway in tonight's main event. Bergeron now down to the inside C, and Majulis run to the middle of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Underwood was trying to put the pressure on Kendall Tucker for positions 4 and 5, and Tomasi just sits outside of a top 5, as does Logan and Martinez. Some former. Oh, we are yellow. Third time already. A second time. Third time this evening. But second time in the main event. And I believe it's the same culprits and what we had in that earlier incident. Let's take a look. No, in fact, it all started there with Tommy Jordan and Ben Countermarsh. So let's back up here just a fraction, and we'll take a look at exactly how this all unfolded. Well, Hauser gets into the left rear there of Tommy Jordan in that 7J entry, and that causes him to get loose in front of Ben Countermarsh. And then cars just pile in from there, and there goes Randall Carter, Countermarsh, Tommy Jordan. A couple of drivers stopped, and the yellow is out, and well, that could have all been avoided. But unfortunately, late model drivers, as Ryder Cantillo has found himself back on pit road. Dylan Hauser coming to the pits. Not sure what's going on with the number 2. Maybe coming back into the pits to get some running repairs on that too. There we go. Quick repair is done. He'll now file in at the back of the line. And we're running inside the top 10 at the time. It had some right side damage, and he'll have another 45 odd laps to get back to the front. But meanwhile, up front, as the lights go out on the iRacing.com pace truck, lights do go out. Evan C. and Blake Majulis. Let us know who you think is going to win in the chats. And we also have a March Madness coming up. Well, we'll have to get confirmation on that one, because things may change with how things operate here at UltimateDirtTV. We'll know more in the coming days, so keep an eye out on the Facebook page. Again, big thank you to everybody that's tuned in on Facebook and, of course, YouTube, as we go green as Evan C. And Blake Majulis will lead us off down into the opening turns. Here comes Bergeron on the inside. Contact 3 wide between Bergeron and Evan C. Underwood now moves to position number 4. Now Tomasi looking for a top 5 as Kendall Tucker. They go 2 by 2 by 2 through the field, but it is still Evan C. as we work on completing lap number 3. We'll see if we can finally get a good green flag run. Let these drivers find their groove, and finally they'll be able to make some moves, but not going to happen just yet because we are yellow once again. Third time inside of 5 laps. And I believe that it's going to be Ryder Cantillo who was actually coming back to the pits, but because he was a little slower than usual, as we take a look at the Ultimate Dirt replay. This is the 97. You can see that car is busted. And we'll slow it down just right here. So as he comes into pits, just keep an eye on the right-hand side of your screen. As he slows down, he near comes to a stop, and that's obviously what brought out the caution flag, and unfortunately could have been avoided, however was not. So we go back to the yellow flag, and we'll have to get these boys re-racked and re-stacked. What I can tell you is we do have a giveaway coming up at the end of the month. All you've got to be is a supporter of UltimateDirtTV. It'll only cost you $4.99 a month. And if we have more than 10 people, we'll give away $100. But if we have less than that, we're still going to give away $50 to the winner. Everyone will go into the draw. All you have to do is just be a supporter by the end of the month, and the draw will happen on the 1st of April. No, that is not an April Fool's joke. For $4.99 a month, you could be in the chance, or you could be in the draw to win a minimum of $50 right in your back pocket. So see Bergeron on the front row, Majulis, Underwood, row 2, Tomasi and Tucker, row 3, Logan and Martinez, row 4, Ruggiero and Toda, row 5. We're back underway. We start lap number 5. Majulis tried the inside on Bergeron, but Bergeron, he wanted none of that one. Now here comes Bergeron to the middle of the racetrack. He's just going to follow Evan C. Meanwhile, Martinez, Gage Martinez now. He went 3 wide on the inside of Kendall Tucker, and it was to the outside of Matthew Logan. Now Logan has gone up. Here comes Ryan Underwood now, trying to get into a podium position. Tomasi works back in position number 5. So as they get in single file formation for your top 6, 7 positions right now. The best battle on the racetrack happens to be Gage Martinez in the 69 machine and Matthew Logan. Now Ruggiero Jr. He passed about 1,000 cars at Bristol World of Thunder on Sunday night. Can he do it again here in the super late models? He'll now look to the outside of his teammate Matthew Logan. Logan in that ML Performance number 41 machine gets shuffled back to position number 9. Underwood trying his hand at Blake Majulis' Evan C. And you can see that nothing is really changing at the moment. Everybody trying to run the same line, waiting for the track to wear out. Majulis goes low. Underwood stays with the slide line down through turn number 3 and 4. 3 wide down into 1 and 2. Tomasi on the inside. Underwood through the middle. Tucker watching the battle unfold as Majulis and Ryan Underwood. So Blake Majulis now shuffle back to position 4. Can he get back to the inside? No, he can't, because the right rear quarter panel, he tagged the concrete wall, and that allowed Underwood to drive away from Majulis. Meanwhile, Tucker around the outside on Tanner Tomasi. Meanwhile, Martinez and Ruggiero side by side. Give it to Gage Martinez in the 69 machine. He shut the door on John Ruggiero Jr., biggest mover so far. Well, Aaron Owen from 21st up to position number 12. And the 2 cars in front of him picked up 8 positions. That's Chase Hardy and Cole Cabry as well. So just sitting outside of the top 10 for Owen and Hardy. Martinez now on the inside of Tomasi. Can he throw the slide job? 3/4 of the racetrack goes Gage Martinez. Look out, mechanical issues, comes back on. Now he'll get to the inside. Tomasi shuffle back as Ruggiero 2 by 2. Tucker, Martinez, Ruggiero and Tomasi. Slide job by Martinez on Kendall Tucker. Tucker drives it back through the middle of the racetrack. What a race for positions number 5, 6, 7 and 8. Tomasi and Ruggiero 2 by 2 behind Tucker and Martinez. Lap number 15 is in the books with 35 remaining. Meanwhile, Underwood putting a whole lot of pressure on the 127 Industries entry of Blake Majulis. Meanwhile, Martinez up to the top 5. See, still your race leader. There's Majulis and Underwood. Pole positions number 3 and 4. Matthew Logan and Cole Cabry side by side. Cabry in the 71 to the outside. He's had some track time here tonight in that 71 for D1RT Racing. Four drivers in the D1RT Racing stable find themselves in the top 10. Majulis, Ruggiero, Cabry and Logan. Nothing has changed. Meanwhile, Gage Martinez closing in now on Ryan Underwood out of turn number 2 and down your back straightaway. Lap traffic. We're still a long ways away from lap traffic. We're at least another 15 laps away from lap traffic. We're only 6 laps away, ladies and gentlemen, from half race distance. We work on completing lap number 20 this time by. Here is Underwood. Again, that Weber Valley Speedway in the Martinez Welding number 69 machine. There is Majulis to the left-hand side of the screen, just behind the timing standings on the left of your screen. Nothing happening right now between your top 5 as they've spread themselves apart here at Eldora. These drivers will get set in a couple of weeks' time to come back for round number 2 for the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League, your 2021 Spring Nationals. They all want a chance at picking up some cash, whether it's every week or whether it's at the end of the season. Ruggiero now to the inside on Kendall Tucker. This is your best battle on the racetrack. Tucker into the wall, and John Ruggiero now moving up 4 positions from 10th up to position number 6, and Tucker just slips out of the top 5 at the moment. And you go back to Tanner Tomasi and Cole Cabry. Cabry again. He's working up 9 positions from 18th. He won B-Main number 2, don't forget. So right now the track is what we would have seen it like in the B-Main. So he's certainly got some experience in that 71 when it comes to getting that setup dialed in. Matthew Logan still sitting in 10th position. There's a bit of a gap, about a 2.5 second gap back to position 11, which happens to be Chase Hardy. Hardy battling it out with Randall Carter. Carter, after taking flight earlier on in the main events. As here we are now in lap traffic as Alex Bergeron, in fact it's Evan C, trying to put a lap down on the 23 of Ethan Toda. It's about a 9/10 of a second lead from C back to Bergeron. We're already past the half race distance. Thank you, Scotty. We appreciate you stopping by and tuning in, as we appreciate each and every one of you. Bergeron taps the wall on the top side of the racetrack. Here comes Majulis now on the inside. Blake Majulis move him into position number 2. Slide job coming. Here he comes, Slider. Bergeron back to the inside. They've got Ethan Toda to deal with. Toda holding his line on the bottom side. Now he goes to the middle. He's going to be split inside and outside by the drivers running in positions 2 and 3. Next time by, we are 20 laps to run. Look out, Felix Roy. Oh boy, that was close for Blake Majulis. Felix Roy checks up. He was trying to let Bergeron and Majulis go by, and Bergeron got balked there for the 91 of Felix Roy, but Roy done nothing wrong. Just trying to do the right thing. We are 20 laps remaining. Underwood 4th, Gage Martinez still rounding out your top 5, and John Ruggiero coming after Gage Martinez down into turns 3 and 4. 19 to go. Martinez to the top side of the racetrack. Ruggiero in the 44. He went right through the middle. Now he'll go back to the cushion. Lap number 33 is upon us right now, and your leader happens to be the number 33 machine. He has done it all too easy at the moment. 3 wide, Felix Roy, John Ruggiero and Gage Martinez. Now Felix Roy, once again, he's the lap car, doing what the lap cars are meant to do. So good job to Felix. He held his line on the bottom side of the racetrack. Let the cars on the lead lap just do what they need to do and handle the situation. Very dusty in turn number 3 and 4. A 1.6 second leads open up for the 33 of Evan C. And this time by, we are just 15 short laps away from Evan C. claiming round number 1 of the ML Performance Series. Well, round 1 presented by ML Performance, I should say, in the Kentucky Dirt National Series. Your Spring Nationals presented by Newton Cattle Farms. Oh, there is the 50 of Dixon Slinger just in front of your second place getter. Blake Majulis, and now Bergeron has closed the gap. He is now looking at 3/4 of a second. We still stay green, and a good long green flag run here at the virtual Eldora Speedway. It's now down to 2/10 of a second. Now he's on the back bumper of the 127. So Alex Bergeron, he's found a different gear right now, and he is looking to close in on second position once again. And if the lap traffic falls Bergeron's way, he may just be able to find himself challenging for a win here. But at the moment, he's holding on to the final podium position. 11 laps to go. 2 lap cars going side by side. That's Aaron Owen and Ben Canamarsh in front of your second place driver. Blake Majulis, and well, he says, I've had enough. He throws the slider there on Aaron Owen. Now, it's Alex Bergeron's time to shine in lap traffic. Owen to the middle, Bergeron to the cushion. 2 lap cars on the bottom, 2 lead lap cars on the top side. Again, lap cars doing what they need to do to stay out of the way. Now we are less than a heat race distance away, and once again, the gap, well, it's about 1.5 seconds for Evan C over Blake Majulis. Bergeron now gets by the lap cars, and now here comes Ryan Underwood. Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan Underwood, he has been absolutely lightning quick over the last 5 laps. He is closing in on your podium place getters at the moment. Oh boy, we are yellow. And with 8 to run, the caution flag will come out. And after what was about a 39 lap run or a 38 lap run, we go yellow. And we'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Felix Roy in the 91. So the 41 just there, that's Matthew Logan. Just got up underneath the left rear quarter panel and trying to go around it, but Matthew Logan just catching the back of Felix Roy. Felix Roy, the lap car, the car that goes around, and the car that will bring on the caution flags late in this race. And does that change how things will play out for Evan C, Blake Majulis, Alex Bergeron, and Ryan Underwood? And I've got to say, those last 5, 6, maybe 7 laps, Ryan Underwood, he had caught Alex Bergeron, and both those drivers, Bergeron and Underwood, they were closing in on Majulis. So we'll have to see what happens here. See Majulis, Bergeron, Underwood, and Ruggiero, your top 5. Martinez, Tucker, Tomasi, Cabri, Hauser. That's your top 10. Lights are out. We'll complete lap number 40. Well, it says 44, but oh, there we go, back to 43. So it's time for someone to put it in victory lane. Will it be Evan C, Blake Majulis, Alex Bergeron, Ryan Underwood, or will it be John Ruggiero Jr.? Can one of those drivers in the top 5 go to victory lane for ML Performance round number 1? Bergeron got caught on the inside, and both Majulis and Underwood swooped on the outside. A late race caution has helped the cars on the outside line. What a start for Majulis and Underwood. Underwood into the back of Majulis, and this is the battle that we wanted to see. Ryan Underwood, man, I tell you what, he has got a lightning quick race car at the moment. Tucker on the outside to move into position number 5 on Ruggiero. 5 laps left to run. The palm is out from race control and by to the iRacing flagman. Meanwhile, Majulis goes down to the inside. He can't come up. He's going to have to run the slaughter line down into turn number 3 and 4. That he does, and that may just cost him because now Underwood works back to the inside. They'll make contact down into turn number 1. 3 wide, Bergeron through the middle of the racetrack. Contact with Bergeron and Underwood. Oh boy, and here comes Kendall Tucker. The gloves are off, ladies and gentlemen. You'd think it's UFC Fight Night here at Eldora. And Alex Bergeron moves back to position 3. Underwood back to 4th, and Kendall Tucker to round out the top 5. Tucker down low into turn number 1 and 2. Underwood's got the momentum on the top side. This time by out of turn number 4. Evan C. We'll see the popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps left to run. Meanwhile, Hauser feeding his way through the field. Can Bergeron hold on to a podium position? We'll have to wait and see. You know the last lap slide job is coming in turns 3 and 4, but Underwood makes an inside pass there on Bergeron as Bergeron made the mistake. White flag is out. Down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your ML Performance round number 1 winner is going to be Evan C. Second will go to Blake Majulis, and home front of the line is going to be Ryan Underwood. Oh boy, what a late race caution that was. And it certainly shook things up inside the top 5. We'll have to wait for official timing and scoring to come through. And let's take a look at those official results coming up right now on your screen. Evan C. is victorious. Blake Majulis second. Ryan Underwood officially home in third, 4th, we'll go to Alex Bergeron. Kendall Tucker will round out your top 5. Tonight's hard charger, advancing 12 positions up to position number 6. Cole Cabry, John Ruggiero Jr. in 7th. 8th, we'll go to Dylan Hauser. 9th is Randall Carter, and Tanner Tomasi will come home in a top 10 finish. Gage Martinez in 11th. Chase Hardy in 12th. Chris Fisher in 13th. 14th is Matthew Logan, the last car on the lead lap. Then we go back to cars a lap down, and a couple of cars not finishing. Those cars consist of Ben Caldermarsh in position number 15, Aaron Owen in 16th, Felix Roy 17th, 18th is Brad Lawson, Dixon Slinger 19th, Tommy Jordan rounds out your top 20, Ethan Toad unfortunately back on pit road 7 laps down in 21st, and Ryder Cantillo in your 22nd finishing position. We'll take a quick commercial break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Come back in just a few moments' time. In fact, no, we're not going to do that because we're going to go straight down to victory lane, and leading all 50 laps here tonight in caliber 33, it is Evan C. Evan, congratulations on this victory, and well, a good way to start off the 6-week series. You pick up a great win here at Eldora. How was that one?
Oh yeah, it's definitely felt nice to get another win out of Eldora. Last race we did here, we just got caught up in an accident, and I really wanted to win that one because I know we got a fast car, but sometimes just things like that happen. So it's definitely nice to come out here, fast competition against guys like Majolis, Hauser, Kendall, Bergeron, they're all top-notch guys when it comes to late models. So it's definitely nice to like I said, come out here, get the win, start off the season for Kentucky Dirt League.
Well, it was always going to be a tough race here tonight. After the B mains, you guys were told that the track was going to be reset. Did you make any late adjustments to the race car, or were you setting it up as if you guys were going out there after that B main?
I just set it up for a slick trap like I usually do. You can kind of get away with a tight setup on this track just because it's so fast. So I knew it was going to slick off too. I mean, last night we ran a race at Cedar Lake. It started out tacky, and it was just pitch and black. 30, 40 laps into it. So I mean, it was kind of set up for the end, and we just kind of hammered down in the beginning there. But I knew the track would come to us those last laps, and if we could just hit our marks, not hit the wall and damage the car any, we'd be pretty tough to beat.
All right, well, Evan, congratulations on going to victory lane here at the virtual Eldora Speedway. No doubt you've got a whole lot of great sponsors behind you and a good team as well. We'll let you thank those people now before we let you head off.
Just got to thank all the guys at Team VLR. Congrats to Ryan on a good run tonight also. Everybody else helped us out. CFM Esports, ShotFurry22.com, Jim Emery Next Level Designs for the paints, Jeff Brown over at iRacing Flag, Kevin Dedman, his band Dirty Grass Soul, Captain Morgan, and so everybody else helps out. Put on a series, Drew Hopkins and them, and Steve for admin, and 127 Industries, and just thank y'all for doing the broadcast for us tonight also.
All right, there we go. Evan C., ladies and gentlemen, home in first place tonight, driving the Victory Lane Racing car number 33. We're waiting on our second place finish. However, we're going to move down the line and chat to the driver that comes home third place tonight. And, well, courtesy of a late race restart. But Ryan Underwood, you come home third spot here tonight. And I've got to say, before that caution flag was coming out, I think you had something for Bergeron and Majulis.
Yeah, found my line there till that caution came out. I got lucky starting up high, and then me and Blake got past Alex there, and I went to cut under Alex, and I turned left, and the car really just pushed tight. I hope he's not mad about that. I let him get a spot back, and we kept on racing from there. And I'm surprised we pulled out with a top 3.
Well, earlier on in the night, you guys obviously had just that track reset. Something that I've seen work before at different types of, at say at a track like Lernerville or Knoxville. A track reset can really help the racing in the main event. Was that after the reset? Were you expecting the track to do what it did, or were you sort of expecting something different?
Yeah, I expected the track to end up like it did, but the way we were running it, I wasn't expecting it. It was a bad bump going into 1, and if you'd hit that right, you could be fast, but if you hit it wrong, it'd push the nose and put you in the wall. So we really just had to find our way around that. I guess so many people were running that line, that bump went down luckily, so we could start running that top right.
All right, buddy. Well done on the third place finish here tonight. No doubt you've got a good team and a good bunch of sponsors behind you. We'll let you thank those people before we let you go, champion.
Congrats to Evan on the win. Everybody at Team VLR, C High Performance, Tag 3 Defense, Dirty Grass Soul, ShopFergie22.com, Chad over there at Mecca, and Northside Graphics and Designs, all he does for me, CFM Esports, and everybody on the car.
All right, there we go. Ryan Underwood, your third place finisher. Now we'll chat to Blake Majulis, who comes home in second spot here tonight. And Blake, well, you finished where you started. And first of all, are you happy with the result? And I know you would have liked to get the win, but are you happy with the second place to start off the season?
Yeah, second's pretty good for points. You know, we weren't too bad. Took us a while to fire off in the beginning, and Alex got by us and had to fool around with him forever. And then, you know, finally got to second, and Yellow came out there, and then we got to racing for second, and then by that point, Evan was just gone. So, you know, it was just kind of a pretty good race for second, I think. You know, their last restart, that can always toss some stuff up, but you know, not too bad. Bought a new wheel about a week and a half ago, and been trying to get better with it, and actually went to my old one tonight, and I lost a little force feedback there in the hay there. It's just it's a bummer because I'm really comfortable with that one, but you know, sometimes old stuff wears out.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's a saying you should go by. But a couple of early cautions. What was going through your mind, you know, when you guys had, you know, those 3 or 4 cautions inside of those first, you know, 10 laps?
Yeah, the main thing was just trying to get a good start, because you know, they reset the track, so it's hard to get the car rotated on those starts, and especially going into one when there's no slick to drive off of. When you have a tight setup like that, you know, it's hard to keep the car under you. So, you know, pushing is easy on a restart like that, especially when you're double file. If you get caught in the moisture too much, you're not going to be able to steer. So the main key there was just, you know, hopefully stay in second and keep the car rotated and bent to hold my position for sure.
Well, you guys got to lap traffic later on in the run, trying to hold off Alex Bergeron late in that race while you guys were sort of navigating your way through the lap traffic. How do you do that? You know, both being an iRacing world champion, how do you sort of put those lap cars out of their way quickly without sort of trying to ruin their race as well?
You know, some lap cars are really forgiving, and you know, they'll give you a lane. Some just, you know, spin the tires and switch lanes up, and windshield wiper. You know, it's just tough to get by them. But, you know, frankly, that race I didn't see much of that. So you know, it was easy going for sure. It takes a lot to get around lap cars. You got to know where to go and when. You know, like I said, if not, you're not going to end up very good in the overall result there. But you just got to be smart with your moves, and hopefully they can hold a straight line for you.
All right, Blake. Well done on picking up a second place here at the virtual Eldora Speedway for round number 1, brought to you by ML Performance. Before we let you go, of course, we know you've got a great team behind you, a lot of good sponsors on this race car. We'll let you thank those people before we let you head out of here, champion.
First off, you and UltimateDirtTV for everything they do for us sim racers. I appreciate that very much. Personally, D1RT Racing, ML Performance, CFM Esports, Represent Limited, Reliable Energy Solutions, Design 75, Swag Design and Media, CD Cinematography, BK Design, Showtime, Decals and Apparel, 127 Industries, and everybody that watch. I appreciate it. All
right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your post-race coverage, your top 3, that was Blake Majulis. But getting the win here tonight in car number 33 went to Evan C. He led all 50 laps of round number 1, brought to you by ML Performance. A big thank you to, of course, ML Performance, Newton Cattle Farms, Kentucky Dirt National Series, Kentucky Dirt iRacing League for putting on this 6th week event. I believe next week we'll be taking off, and then the following week we'll come back and contest round number 2 of 6. So each driver that races, well, they'll have to pay an entry fee, but they've got a chance to win some money each night, and they've also got a chance to pick up some money at the season end after 6 weeks. So big thank you to, of course, everybody that helps put this league on. And until next time, a big thank you to our own sponsors and partners. Big thank you to, of course, World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Rocket Racing Setups, Heatwave Designs, and FEG PC. Big thank you to everybody that's tuned in on the Facebook and the YouTube feed. We certainly hope you enjoyed the coverage. If you haven't already done so, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is free. However, again, we do have a giveaway at the end of the month, $50 at the moment. All you have to be is a supporter by the end of March. And again, you'll go in the draw to win $50. If we get 10 or more supporters, we'll bump it up to $100. So the more supporters we have, the more money you've got a chance to be at getting some cash in your back pocket. That'll wrap us up from Eldora, virtual Eldora Speedway, right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Until next time, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, and on behalf of myself, Brett Wheeler, we say thank you so very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, leave the speeding to the racetrack. Good night.